Hey there, and welcome back to the full release of Inkbound, the roguelike action strategy game by Shiny Shoe. I've kind of decided, I'm gonna do another round of these. I feel like the initial runs that I had for some of the earlier classes didn't really benefit or do that well, right? I didn't have that strong of runs. I was still learning the new 1.0 release, things like that. And so ultimately, I didn't fare as well as I kind of wanted to. I also think we only really got into the swing of rank 20 around halfway into the series when I hit on Clairvoyant, right? So I want to at least do a full rotation with full rank 20, Unbound, see how it goes, right? That's kind of my approach here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep on keeping on. As always, I mean, like the idea behind this is depending on how the videos do, I may or may not continue this all the way through, but forever anyway. But we'll at least continue the rotation. You know, I'll give the game the time it deserves, I think. So here we are. Plus, even though I have now 100%ed the game, I am enjoying it a lot, so I'm still having fun, and as a result, if I'm having fun and it makes sense for the channel, might as well record it, right? So here we are, back on Magma Miner, feeling a lot more confident about the game now. I think Blaze of Bridget is a very solid opener here. I'm happy to grab this. I also feel like I can confidently win with Forgery Forge. Pretty much anyone can win with this, in my opinion. You're able to leverage this to buy your own build, basically. These are the two strongest here by a wide margin, in my opinion. There are some other ones that are fine, like Rose of Rubies is fine, but you pretty much have to hit Verdant or else you're bad. I think Marker of the Unbound is fantastic if you actually roll starting gunk filled. That's really strong. A lot of people have told me that Clips of Extraction is very good. I used to love Clips of Extraction before the 1.0 release, but I'm much cooler on it in the 1.0 world. Part of that is because there's just a lot of things that punish this, right? You have Overstimulated, you have Wit Thief. These are very difficult modifiers to take with this. It's also slow, right? You give up one will on your first turn, your most important turn in my opinion, in order to then gain orbs on future turns. It's rough. Now, while this does have synergy with Orb Lord and some other things, I'm not a huge fan. And obviously, I feel like a lot of people kind of feel strongly if you buffed Clips of Extraction in any way, like maybe getting the second orb on turn 1, for instance, then it would just be simply too strong, which probably true. So, in truth, I'm very cool on Clips. I think that there are other stronger ones that are available. Otherwise, a lot of these are kind of whatever, nothing burgers, in my opinion. You're not going to win a run because of Passkey of the Future's base cooldown reduction on Smoke Bomb or something, That's not it, alright? Blaze of Bridget is probably what I'm going to go with here, just for some diversity, but I do quite like Forgery Forge. So, we're going to go ahead and go in on some molten action here. We'll go ahead and start the run. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's make sure this works. Look at that. Behold, rank 20. We're doing it. All right, and let's get in on this run. Let's go. Okay. All right, we'll see what we roll into. Again, if we do, the universal rule of this is if we see Marker of the Unbound, we will, or rather Gunk-filled, we will pivot to Marker of the Unbound. And that should work out pretty well. Let's see. Shadow of Runestone. I mean, none of these really draw too much attention to me. This kind of seems fun. Let's do Shadow of Runestone here. It doesn't really matter what you do. I think Cinder tends to be the most consistent boss, whereas I think Argalath tends to be the hardest right now, but we do have an opening gunk filled on Vengewood, which is very strong. I think we could confidently win with Pacifism on Blaze of Bridget, however. So kind of up to us to decide how we want to proceed. So I think both of these are very viable in my opinion. Interesting decision making. I think Garden's Edge is great, Vengewood is great, good book ones in my opinion. The only ones we're dodging is the Proving Grounds. I don't think High Gravity is ever the pick, but you could get away with it, right? You have a teleport if you needed to. So the question then kind of becomes, what do I feel like playing, I suppose? Do I want to play Burn and then lean into the pacifism, go burn damage exclusively, maybe see Frostfire or something like that? Or do we want to go Gunk-filled? Let's go Gunk-filled. I honestly, you know, I'm definitely in the mood for this. Yeah, let's do it. I'm in on this. I also want revenge, right? The last time we tried this, I think we lost. So I want to do better. And I feel a lot more confident with the game, and like I should be able to do better now that I've got that experience. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's hit it up. All right. Scattered Samples. I love an early Alchemist hit because it gives you a lot of potions, but most importantly, it puts you on the path of getting... what is the word I'm trying to say? Chalice of Champions. Smoldering Bonk is a really good opener. We can really do a lot of damage with this. It's a good strategy. I love Leaping Strike being one cooldown. This is really important, especially if you end up on any of the high-powered runs with like Orb Lord plus this, right? You can get the shielding leap, and then you just jump, shield, jump, shield, jump, shield as a defensive play. I do think we want offense, however, so let's at least grab Smoldering Bonk first. Those are all very good. I'm also going to take Scattered Samples here. And because we're not on Forgery Forge, I don't want to go the Quilling Cage. We'll double take the Tarnished Vaults here. Sure. Should be pretty straightforward. This is one of my least favorite initial combats because these guys will deal damage to you. So first order of business, I'm just going to murder a man. Then I'm going to make sure I'm actually benefiting from Gunk-filled to the best of my ability. Now I did miss one there. Whoops, my bad. Let's take the orb. Let's do big bonks here. I do have the ability to kill an enemy, which I should do here, 100%. We take 4. It could be much worse, in my opinion. Take this orb. I should be able to get the kill. Great. We get 2 procs of marker there, which is excellent. Alright, what are we leaning into? I'm looking for some burn synergies here. We do see them. Burn It All gauntlets. Absolutely. We'll click them. I'm going to be going on to the shrine here. This is very nice because I'm going to grind up Scattered Samples. Cleave is fine. It's not what I want, but it's fine. Ink Flat. This is probably better than Steady Tortoise or Poison Thorn. You could maybe go in on Extract Orbs and try to go Shattered Will here. It's not Poison Thorn, I don't think. Although, Poison Thorn does open me up to Thaumaturge. You know, that's pretty good. We should actually take the Poison Thorn just so we have a source for Thaumaturge. Now, as far as this goes, Cleave is a little expensive. Not a fan of the physical lean. Jinx is maybe better. It's fine, I think, right? None of these are great. Lightning Bolt is the worst here by far. Its Ascensions are okay, but I don't think that it is itself very good. Jinx is at least high damage. We're a little slow. I like the front-loadedness of Cleave, if I'm being honest with you. That's true. It also could do Thaumaturge too, right? That's absolutely true. We're not leaning one way or the other right now. I just have a little bit of burn, so I'm thinking, alright, sure, why not? Jinx is a real hard commit to magic damage. I think I'm going to go with Cleave, just because of how front-loaded it is. I really do like that, so... yeah, it's definitely not Lightning Bolt. We're not going to go bursty here. I think I'm salvaging Scattered Samples. I would like to lean hard into Alchemist if possible. We are not going to go in on the hard combats. We're not that strong. We take the easy combat here. Grab some cash, all fine. We did get some glyphs from the Gunk-filled, so there's that as well. I would like very much to do 1,000,000 damage to enemies here. Can I get all of them? I absolutely can actually get all of them. So I will do that. I'm going to leave that orb, I think. We're just going to go for hits here. Yes, then we walk out and take 0. Because we are gunk-filled, remember, so there's that as well. Now he's going to walk up. I would like to not... I don't want to lose, but I also don't want to kill too fast, right? Like, I could end this combat right now, and I just think it's wrong to do it. Let's jump. Take the orb. I don't want to take 12 damage, though. It's a lot of damage to take. I think we're going to take that hit. I'm going to take this orb. I'm going to try to do as much as I can here. It'll have to do. Man, I do take a bummer amount of damage from this guy. He bops me and then goes out, but that's okay. It's fine. We get a potion. That's cool. I'll take it, sure. Softened Wispit. It's not very good and not what I wanted. Defense. Yes, absolutely. Defense. I have Cleave. I could go Eviscerator plays here and go Restoration. It's true. Shield Wall is probably a better defensive option, though, if I'm being honest with you. If you give me the choice of the two, I'm probably going to go Shield Wall here, I think. I think so, yeah. At least in this particular setup. Pretty decent. I do think Softened Wispit is a good angle to take. It's at least a fairly good choice for a grind coming up. It's fine on its own otherwise. You just gain some damage. It's something. Let's go to the Sea Breach here. It's a little too early for anything else. I'm going to eat this fish. I don't have Chalice of Champions right now, so let's not go too ham on this. It's a bummer. It's a bad Sea Breach, but we'll take the random rare, see what we hit. What'd I get? 5 stacks of burn. All right, honestly, great rolls. Fantastic roll there. I would love glyphs, but I'm not going to take them. I'm going to stay easy. We're going to go Superior Vault here. I'm going to drag this potion forward so I have it in the combat. So we'll toss that there. And then I'm going to walk up here, grab this potion, which hopefully is better. Cool. I do prefer Barrier to Mercurial pretty much 100% of the time. And we start this combat, see what we roll into. Okay, I do think I sadly have to spend 2 Ember Will right away in order to get that man dead. I'm going to go ahead and work on this guy over here on the left. Hit him. Take the orb. I'm going to jump, hit him, walk back out. That is a lot of damage we have just dealt, which is fantastic news. I think that also kills this treasure pot. Pretty close to it, but it doesn't actually get it. So let's walk back. I want to make sure I'm killing the treasure pot. Great news. Okay, treasure pot is now dead. I think I'm going to eat the Mercurial here to walk a little further out. I did roll pretty well here. My movement is good enough that I could jump, hit all 3 of them, and then still get out. Yes. And then I want to walk back. And then essentially I want to be in the goop. Goop me, please. Okay, that's good. Great. There is a safe spot there, I think. I can hit him anyway, so that's good. We're in the goop, we hit him. Great. I can walk out, take 0. I can even end in the goop, which is potentially very valuable for me. So, cool. A pretty good turn. We get all the money. We avoid that damage. Good. Great. I'm going to walk up. Our goal here is to, what? Kill everything? Can I get that guy in the back too? Unfortunately, I do not think I can. That's okay. Right? We can finish 2 of these guys. I can just simply bonk this man. I can do a jump attack on him up there at the top, take the orb, bonk him again, walk away. I think we get, what, 2 more turns of this? We're doing pretty well on the farming here, which is great. We're just going to, what? 2 more turns. Orb up. Bonk. 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 Orb. Bonk. I mean, I think we finish him here, right? We just bonk him out. Seems good to me. That's pretty reasonable, I think. We got a better potion out of it, which is significantly better than Mercurial. We'll take that. We get a grinder. Let's open it. Then we'll see what we roll into. Tiny Heartstone is pretty good. We do see Poisonblood. I don't see us going in on poison here. Tarnished Vault has a bunch of trash. It's fine. Satchel of Smuggling, huh? That's a good roll. We go in on poison here in kind of a weird fashion. I'm not really applying... Huh. It's pretty good, actually. The only thought is I actually think Orbulusum, or however you pronounce this, is better. Giving me Orb Lord is pretty good here. Enchanted is also beneficial, right? I am doing magic damage. I've got a mix, right? I've got a mix. Tiny Heartstone, I think, is really important. Although I guess I could go Tarnished Treasure. They really are, they're giving me the Poisonblood angle here, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Let's grab this money. I think this is just going to be a shop. Yeah, it's shop and then boss. So, what is the win book 1 approach here? What is the one that wins book 1? Orblord is very strong here. Just full stop. And pulling out orbs is great. This puts us on a path of seeing like Beat of Flame, something like that. Satchel of Smuggling is pretty huge. It gives me a lot of poison too, which is kind of cool. And then if you take that, you can grind up... That's so weird, right? I don't really apply a lot of bleed right now, but I could get in on it. I could get that direction. This is a very prospective take, right? Because I have, you know, cleave. I do a little bit of bleed. It's not a lot, but I could very quickly ascend into, oh hey, and suddenly I'm doing Poisonblood shenanigans, which is pretty cool. Now, this middle one doesn't really offer me much here. I'd like to save my money, so we're not going to re-roll it. Probably just gonna take the training weights, honestly. It's probably the right choice. I think I value my movement enough that I don't want to take a minus 15 there. So, unless I go Orb Lord, then I wouldn't mind it, but still, I don't think that's particularly good. I think this is just training weights and it's not even close. Yeah, it's not great, but it's fine. Okay, so the real question is, do I go in on Poisonblood or do I go for Orb Lord plus Tiny Heartstone, which is a very solid choice. Just straight up, very solid. Poisonblood on Magma Miner is so whack that I'm kind of interested. So, what if we just do Poisonblood? I'm gonna do this. It's so bizarre, but it's actually really good. Like, we actually hit Poisonblood 2 here, which is unreal. We're going to move on. This synergizes and tilts me towards more Poisonblood. We're going to take the Unbound key, of course. We're fine. See what we roll here. Yeah, Poisoned Heart. Great. Awesome, in fact. We're just going in on this, right? No questions? Here I was thinking maybe we roll a Chalice, Alchemist synergies or something, whatever. But no, in fact, it's just Poisoned Heart. We take free shield. We're going to probably take this calzone because then everything's permanently dazed. I'm going to salvage the Tarnished Treasure here because it's the worst one. And then we buy the calzone and we're chilling, right? Our bleed build, our poison build is officially online in kind of a wild fashion, right? And then we have some random other stuff over here on the right side, which is kind of crazy. I could take this uncommon augment. There's a lot of good stuff we could roll here. I need Thaumaturge, man. I've got Burn, I've got Bleed, I've got everything. Poison randomly. I have so much stuff. Is this going to be worth more than... I don't think this is worth more than the reroll. I think what we do is we beat the boss, and then we come back. And if we don't need to reroll on the boss, we buy that augment. We're already, I'm pretty confident, winning this particular combat. I'll be basically permanently dazing everything. Everything is dazed. Incredible news. Cool. I'm killing bad guys. Great job. We're going to bonk him. I'm going to take the orb here. I'm going to hit this guy. We've at least applied bleed to him now, which is exciting. I wish to bonk him once, and then I will walk away. It's a weird turn, but it's still fine. My poison application is super bizarre. This is going to be a shield up turn. I do wish to bonk out the guy down below. We actually do a truckload of damage if we want to, right? Which is kind of shocking. I can unironically just hit for a lot of damage here, which is kind of cool. And then I'm actually hitting really hard here, huh? Cool, I take 4 damage. This is an acceptable 4 damage, I think. I think I just hit him and I hemorrhaged him out, which is cool. And then I'm going to murder this man so he doesn't steal any of my further stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're strong, as it turns out. That was a good set of turns. As long as you roll the days on the boss, I kinda don't care about a lot of this, right? None of it really matters that much. I do think it's important to multi-hit here. I'm gonna go ahead. I need to finish off a lot of enemies simultaneously, if possible. Great. This will be a shield up turn. I'm gonna bonk out that fella. We are taking 3 damage here, which is acceptable. These things are dying, I guess, to my little Lusk stuff. They're supposed to take damage. I guess it's a combo package. I could grab this orb and then jump out. It's actually not a bad idea to do it. And then we bonk them both to death. And we're taking 0 now. And I may as well stay closer then. This is my last turn of Marker of the Unbound value, so this is fine. I could potentially walk closer and then use this to get a couple more procs. It's probably pretty good, actually. And then we just bonk him a couple times and we're okay, and we're fine with this 1 damage taken. That's acceptable. It gets me another proc of Marker of the Unbound here, which I think is worth it. I'm going to take this orb first so I can jump. We jump hit. Great. Remember, we are taking orb damage, or poison damage, gunk damage rather. So we strike. This combat is over. We do a lot of damage thanks to this. We haven't even really leaned into a lot of this yet. So that was a pretty good setup. We have a good amount of Marker of the Unbound procs. Hopefully we roll something that plays nice with all of this. Plus 15 bleed damage is pretty solid here. Gain resistant is pretty solid here. This plays nice. Please be defensive. Okay, yeah, I'll take this. Fortify is good. Big fan. And then we'll take 15 bleed damage, which is weird, but pretty good, I think. I mean, free bonk is also really nice. That is a lot of burn damage. But maybe if I get in on bleed somehow? I don't know. I think that's right. We're going to take this uncommon augment. Let's go back and look at this real quick. 10 stacks of burn. 2 additional shield is fine. I'll take that. 3 shield from cleave. I don't think so, right? It's weird because The nice thing about this, I guess, is that it means shield is coming in on multiple turns from different ways, but I think I would prefer buffing up Fortify, if I'm being honest with you. If I want defense, I want this. I don't want to click the shielding cleave for defense. Cool, I'm good with that. All right, we have the key, we have everything. I'm going to take Whack-a-Bonk, I think. I don't think the hemorrhage is really going to be our angle. I would like to make sure... This is a lot of very useful free hits, in my opinion. We love free hits. Okay, now, what am I salvaging? It's almost certainly Poison Thorn is one of these. This is good. I want to get more poison down. But then I also would like Molten because I'm applying a lot of burn. So let's sacrifice Burn It All Gauntlets. This is also going to path us into Thaumaturge pretty quickly here. So that's good. Stinging Wounds, Overstimulated. Overstimulated is probably it, right? I'm not on Orb Lord. That is incoming damage, but I am guaranteed 3 shield every turn. Stinging Wounds definitely represents more damage to me in the long run, in my opinion. This is what, like 18 damage total? This is definitely going to represent like 18 health less gained. I'm going to take Overstimulated here. I think Radiant Market is also easier. We're a little slow into some of the high offensive power of like the Mimic and like the Thantalope, I think is his name or whatever. You got a double rare augment for me here? No? No double rare augment? It's a shame. It's usually the best roll to get here. We get a Quilling Cage instead. I think I would rather take 2 Superior Vaults here. See 2 items. Any money we get is gravy. The rest of it is kind of whatever. Okay, we get a Rooted Guy. It's fine. I think we're okay here. I'm just going to blast these 3, I think. Can I get them all? There's got to be a 3B here, yeah? 100%. Cool. Great. Walk up. We're going to do bonk, bonk, bonk. I'm going to take this orb. I'm going to wiggle so that I can walk out, but I want to be in the goop for Marker of the Unbound. Am I in that? No? No, a little more. There's a magic pixel here. There's got to be a magic pixel. Okay, I could potentially just like go over here. Is there a safe spot over here? It's inside. Bummer. Alright, so I think the play then is up here. We go bonk. Can I walk out? Yes. Okay, great. Then we bonk, then we walk out. Good, and we take 0. Pretty reasonable, I think. Okay. This is a pretty high power turn. Let's make sure we jump inside of the goop here. Jump, great. We get to jump again, which is fantastic. Let's kill the other man. Great, we're already taking 0 here, which means I can kind of freely do whatever I would like. So we're going to bonk out 1 man. I'm just going to keep bonking pretty much. Little else to say. My goal here is to proc Marker of the Unbound a maximum number of times. So, and I think we did it. Great, well done. Cool, very easy. We get a potion, sweet. Thank you, Alchemist, you're doing great work. Mobius Vine. On restoring HP in combat. Now, I'm not restoring HP in combat yet, but I could be. Oh, buddy, Frostfire Ember. This is too much diversity, right? Just simply too much weird stuff. Scorching Leap is very good. This is huge high offense. I love that. I would love to reroll this into Shielding Leap, but I think we will take the second one of these. That's okay. Now, I get a Grinder. Yes, I do. Great. So, the grind here is what? What is your grind? It's not Wispit. Wispit's actually pretty bad. Mobius Vine is pretty good. 20 poison damage here is very feasible. I like Portent, but we're already maxed on Poisonblood. And this is a little slower than I would like. I have to deal poison damage. So I think I kind of love the idea of getting some Star Walker to make my Fortify more accessible, but I don't think that, Reaver's not really helping here. I think I do want Mobius Vine here. I'm just not seeing a grind that's very exciting for me. I really don't want to grab Everfrost, though. That's going to really mess up my setup. Reaver might mess me up too, though, admittedly. I could re-roll this. Could re-roll it. Let's go see what's coming up. I want to look at what's coming up next. Yeah, we have to take the Guardian of the Unbound key next. So that means I need to be strong. Now, I think that means Mobius Vine is doing essentially nothing for me. I have no healing in combat. Cool. Portent of Decay also does nothing for me. Great. Very cool. Excellent work, Go Team. Great. Incredible. What else can be done? I could take a Quill Charm. I don't think that's right. I could re-roll this if I'm a little concerned. I think I'm going to re-roll this side. Verdant Blossom. I'll tell you what. Heavenly Eclipse is a pretty good... It's not really useful for me in a great sense. I'm not mashing buttons. It's a really good grind, though. 25... right? This gets me to 25 more physical damage and 25 magic damage, which is... I am doing literally all of these things. And it gets me close to Ancient Wisdom 4, which is value. I'm going to take that, actually. And we're going to go ahead and take Mobius Vine. I'm reasonably certain I can find a way to make that work. It does max out our Venomous, which is huge. Now, I would like to grind up the Heavenly Eclipse here. This adds a lot of damage to me here. We must take the Guardian of the Unbound key. I am going to eat this fish for this combat. It's not a great fish, but it is free damage, so we'll take it. I get a second potion, which is kind of cool. Potion of Power here. We can leave them on the ground and then eat them when we need them, I think. Right? As long as I can get close by. Yeah, fine. Cool. That's a really good initial turn. I'm a big fan of that. We're going to go ahead and just pummel this man into the dirt. That's a ton of damage. We do want to get... Don't show me that. I do want to get bleed on him, so I'm able to proc these hemorrhages in a meaningful way. That's a lot of damage we just dealt. That's a ton of damage we just dealt. I'm going to save this orb for next turn. Guy is already stunned, which is ridiculous. So essentially I'm taking 0 here unless I choose to take damage. I would like very much take this orb, jump here. I want to kill this guy up top. The main reason is because I want the goop. I would like the goop here. This lets me proc a lot of value. We just jump on him and keep hitting him. And this guy is getting absolutely pummeled here. And I just walk away. Incredible news, right? The guy is having a bad day. Cool. At this point, I do think this is my shield turn. I'm going to go ahead and cleave because it's huge value. Every single time I apply bleed means my attacks now do a bonus 270 damage, which is huge. Let's orb first, jump, bonk. All right, this is going to be my potion of power, I think. Although I really don't even need it, if I'm being honest with you. Just hit this guy repeatedly and he is just going to pass away. So we really don't need it. At this point, I'm just kind of thinking to myself, hey, how can I capitalize on this, right? How do I get this orb? And then we're going to jump. Right? My goal here is to, as long as I can kill him, which I can do because I just got to hit him once. Right? He's got 1,700. He's super dead no matter what I do. So we bonk. I'm going to hit him once here, just to set him up for that kill. We're going to focus up top. Yep, great. Can I attack without a target? No. I must kill him. Okay, well, it's fine. We came as close as we could to getting another pop-up there on the marker of the Unbound. We're doing all right. If I'm being real with you, I don't think we want the Potion of Power. I think we want the Unstable Brew, but it's a little risky. I'm just going to take the Potion of Power here, actually. All right, Fountain of Creation. Ridiculous. Okay, sure. Yeah, all right, I'll gain 1 will for each of my bindings on cooldown. It's really hard to say no to something like that. Shielding Leap. Yes, I was just talking about wanting this. This is hyper efficient for me. Hyper efficient. Plus 8 stacks of bleed. That's actually huge because I'm not applying bleed anywhere else. Ooh, you know, Serrated Sweep is a pretty good way to go for here, right? Because that's 15 stacks of bleed that I'm able to really weaponize in a big area. Yeah, that's actually great. And then we can go plus 8 stacks of bleed, and now our Poisonblood is actually doing something, right? Which is pretty cool. And we're, of course, taking Fountain of Creation. There is no world in which I don't take that. It gives me plus 1 will from Ancient Wisdom, and it is just itself a bajillion more will, so that's pretty cool. Cool, we abandon this potion. It's fine. We go to the grinder. Great. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm contemplating grinding Softened Wispit because it is just 1 additional will. It's a pretty good grind, actually. I haven't triggered Mobius Vine at all. I'd really like to find a solution for that. Yeah, let's grind up the Wispit. This is plus 1 will, which is huge. Once you get Ancient Wisdom, once you get the 4th set piece of this, you really want to push for it all. We're pretty strong now. How do I feel about some of these harder combats? Rare Augment is big. Superior Vault, Rare Augment, Quilling Cage. Heroic Vault. So I think this right side is just what we're going for. We still get the Rare Augment, we get big money. Cool, yeah, great. Now my goal is I'm going to run up, drop one of these potions, and we're going to attempt to see what we roll into on this other potion back here. Let's grab that real fast. It's a Mercurial. It's very likely I'm just going to throw this away. It might provide some value. It's an okay potion, but there's a reason it's a common potion. It's pretty low impact. Cool, let's go. All right. Yeah, that's a really good roll. We're just going to go ahead and Serrated Sweep here, which is huge value. Am I taking any damage here? Not if I jump out. Fantastic. So we're going to bonk one of these guys to death. And I do definitely want to kill Treasure Pot Buddy here, right? Pretty important. He's gone. Great. I can jump, but I think we're just going to... What if I just killed this guy? Is he dead? He's not dead quite. So let's take this orb here. Actually, let's just jump first, right? We jump first. Now, can I reach this orb from here? Maybe. I think the play, though, is we just bonk this guy repeatedly and then eventually go grab that orb. Grab the orb. It's fine. We're taking 0 here, so I'm just going to hit this little dude over here for good measure. Sure. This guy is taking damage, but he is getting healed because of the lifelink there, which is okay. Not a problem. This is going to be big incoming damage turn. Let's make sure to resistant up. We're going to jump here for sure. Take that orb. We're going to walk, and I am going to go for Eviscerate Plays. He is going to die. I would like to not take his Ink Drain, which is a fair point. I think we're probably going to take his Ink Drain, if I'm being honest with you. It's maybe possible we squeeze out this, though. I think, how much damage am I taking? 0 here. Let's go ahead and just bonk him out, which is a pretty big play. I'm actually taking 0, shockingly, here. I think it's the spikes that are going to cause some issues otherwise, but I don't want to get hit by him, right? Ink drain is the thing. So we walk away. Cool, good, great. In fact, this guy dies and poison kind of jumps around. Then we apply everything and we go mad with power. I would like to focus up on the top right. Let's bonk him out. Great. We'll take the orb here. Let's see. How do I want to play this? This is actually your mercurial turn because it rolls me. Yeah, it rolls you something ridiculous like this. We just do 1,000,000 damage. Great. We bonk out. We crunch. We crunch. I'm taking 0. I'll pick up this potion, but it doesn't really matter. We can kind of just greed on this stuff, right? And then walk away. I mean, he does die anyway. It doesn't matter, but sure. It's fine. We made a lot of good progress there. We got a lot of value. We're up to 84 ability power, omnipower here, so that's good. Good, great. Oh, we found another unstable brew. Neat. I don't actually think I want it, but thank you, Alchemist. Very cool. 100 damage on defeating an enemy with a smash. Gain an orb. Not sure I want any of that. I do have Haunted 2 from that initial salvage. Bottled Whirlwind is really good here, though, isn't it? A really solid defensive pickup. It also gives me damage resist, which is cool. I like it a little more than the Ancient Wisdom play. I don't really want to lean into Storm King this late. All the best Storm King things are... Well, some of them are rares, but I don't really want to deal with that. I think the Bottled Whirlwind is the right pick here. Cool, we'll grab that. Now... I mean, I do have damage shield, so Thickened Wall is not terrible. I think I'm just going to spin this, though. Critical Smash. No. I think, I mean, I definitely want Shattering Bonk, right? Or... Shatter in general is very strong. I kind of like Breaking Cleave. This is cool because of how big the AoE on this is. Shattering Bonk is fine, right? I can think of a couple better things for this slot, though. Yeah, I certainly can. More burn, steal an orb, or however it is. I think it's actually extract an orb. That would be pretty cool. I'm going to take Shatter on Cleave. This will impact the damage I deal with my bleed damage, but it's also just a general power boost, I think. It's interesting because I actually think Shattering Bonk might be the play. I can really set up a particular enemy for death every turn, which factors into the hemorrhage damage. I think it is Shattering Bonk, actually. We'll take it. Alright, fine. Leave that Unstable Brew behind. It's all good. I didn't leave anything back here, I don't believe, but let's verify. I think I already finished this. I did. Great. Okay. We have a lot of will generation right now, which is neat. Great. Wonderful news. I would like... something. I still haven't activated Mobius Vine, so that sucks, but maybe we'll find something good there. On defeating an enemy inflicted with burn, this vestige gains burn damage. I think that is worth it, for sure, over training weights. Now, I would also still like to postulate I really want a grind that's strong. Heavenly Eclipse is a good grind here because... that's 25 magic damage, and it gets me the last will reserve on Ancient Wisdom. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Yeah, we'll take Heavenly Eclipse, and I will grind that up one more time again. Cool. Almost certainly leaving that common behind now. It's done its best. Cool. Ancient Wisdom 7. We're up at 7 will reserve. Very hyper-efficient. Big fan. Burn of the Frostshade. Who are you? Do you have, let's see. This has a fixed number of enemies. It's the Captor, so it's going to be, what, 4 guys? Maybe we get, like, Chompies? So 5, 6. We might get, like, a good chunk of burn damage off of this. This is pretty strong, honestly. Plus, it brings me up to my ability, my attack bindings deal bonus damage. It's a pretty good threshold to cross. I don't much care for the Frostfire, but I think this is good. And then we chill on this, I think. Do I need to heal? Probably not. This Mobius Vine is a little depressing. I haven't seen a tiny Heartstone for a bit, sadly. I'm going to take this rare augment, I think. Maybe? I've already used all the best slots on here. Maybe not. I'm going to go ahead and look at fight the boss first. I think we're fine. Save this money for I don't know what, but something. This guy I'm pretty sure is going to get blasted. He has debilitating shackles, so... Okay, he does damage based on movement. I actually really do not mind Mr. Blight's Spindlecaster here, but our first movement is 100% just absolutely Shadow Realm these enemies first. Just crunch them beneath a weight of power. We're going to apply a bunch of burn here. Great. My goal is to kill... Where is he? We double tap here. Excellent. That man is dead. Great. I go ahead and double jump again. That man is also dead. Cool. And at this point, with everything essentially being dead, I can kind of just walk into one of these and be fine. So I just prioritize Omni Power gaining, honestly. Yeah, just hit the boss, I guess. It's just one of those things where I get a lot of value out of this. We take this orb. I'm going to hit this boss one more time. I'm taking zeros. Every single enemy is dying. Great. Cool. That's honestly about as optimal as you were ever going to get. We're going to go ahead and shielding jump in. Fine. Let's just bonk this man to oblivion. We are 100% going to phase him here. It's very easy to do so. He has so many hemorrhage stacks. I cannot target anything else, sadly. I could waste my Fortify, but I think I'll need it for next turn. Bummer. That's a full set of Marker of the Unbound value I can't get because there are no targets. I could, I can cast Fortify here. Maybe this is worth it, right? I guess that needs a target too. I can jump, right? I can at least jump. Okay, we did it. I did my best. Okay, first things first. Meat grinder everything. The whirlwind attack. Amazing. We grab this orb. I'm going to do 1 billion damage over here on the left. Can I get all 3 of you? Oh, it's close. I almost can. I'm going to prioritize the boss. Now, I'm going to prioritize the enemies, I think. Okay, those guys are gone. Great. Let's move across here. I want to grab this orb now. I am taking a chunk right now, but I can fix it a little bit. Kind of. Not really. I don't have a lot of great flexibility here. Can I reduce this at all any further? 9 damage. Do I care about 9 damage? I could take the potion. I mean, I get healed at the end of this combat anyway. I'm not sure if it actually matters. So in that case, if I don't care, the right answer is to just hit the enemy. Now the question has to be, is there a safe spot that I can get to while still killing this Chompy? And I don't think the answer is yes. Right? I just don't think there is an angle here that lets me get out. So I think we just hit the boss a bunch of times, right? Just go completely mad with power here and charge up as much as we can, then walk away. I gained... Oh, of course I did. I forgot all about it. You gained 25 movement. I could have saved 3 health here. It's okay. I kind of don't care, right? It's fine. There isn't a better spot here. 9 damage. In that case, I'll end 9 in the goop. Fine. Cool. All good. That guy over there is already dead. He does not yet know it. Very cool. We're going to go ahead and jump over here. Neat. I meat grinder the world here. I think the order of business is we shield first, we take the orb, then we meat grinder the world. And now it's just do 1,000,000 damage, right? Just hit this guy repeatedly until I have all of the marker of the Unbound value. And he can't hurt me, so that's great. I would like to end not in the goop here because I am going to run out of marker of the Unbound charges. And that's okay. This man is dead. Whee! Alright, good work. Cool. Disintegration oil is fantastic. We're going to replace here. I'm going to take my health back. Great, sure. Comet is awesome. More burn seems good. 15 bleed damage is pretty decent. It's hard to say no to Comet. It is basically just a free rare upgrade. It's weaker than Scorching Leap, but it's still nice because it stacks with Scorching Leap. I don't think Crater is the play. More heat. Heat is not bad, but I'm not relying on that multiplier. I think it is for sure Comet. Cool, I'm good with that. And then we'll take the Augment. This is probably the point where I take Rending Cleave for bleed damage. That's pretty good. Cool, and then I'm going to run back. I'm going to go ahead and grab the rare Augment here. Very cool. Restore health. Restore health? Absolutely. Finally, I'll get some value out of this stupid Mobius vine. Good grief. Good grief. Excellent. Alright, that's wonderful news. Some healing. Amazing. And I think we're chilling. 112 of Omni power here. We're doing a lot of damage. We've picked up 7 burn damage here from the Brand of the Frost Shade. Suppose I would have expected that being more. Maybe I killed a couple with bleed damage, possibly? Maybe. I guess I didn't apply burn to everything. That's maybe a misplay. That's a mistake then. I should have been farming this out a little more efficiently, I suppose. But that's okay. I think we're more than fine. The nice thing about the Ancient Wisdom synergy here with Marker of the Unbound is that I am able to really push out some numbers. Oh good, we're over 312. That's exciting. We should be able to, like, mass murder this combat, right? I don't see how this fails me here. We're gonna do a lot of damage. Pretty much immediately. Cool, we click it. It's great. Bunch of enemies are just gone now. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and finish another enemy. We'll take the orb here. I'm going to shield first. I should have been in the goop for it, but I actually think the movement matters. I'm going to walk out. We are taking zeros here, which is great news. So let's prioritize being in the goop then. Cool. I'm going to jump across now and be in this goop that I have just made. We're killing everything, which is fantastic. So let's just prioritize those Omni power stacks, huh? Killing the mini captor in a box and on this turn is a ridiculous high roll, in my opinion. So that's great. We'll go ahead and Comet here and crush everything, I think. I'll just jump. We'll jump finish it, and then I'll finish this man up here by jumping and bonking him. Cool, and we're hanging out. Again, I have so much will that I have not spent because everything that's on cooldown at the start of my thing results in... Oh, look, I'm gaining poison damage. Amazing. Results in me starting with more will. So it's hard to be efficient on these turns when everything dies, but I guess if everything's dying, I'm not mad, right? So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and heal in combat. That seems good. Click that. We meat grinder everything. Woo! That's a fun skill. I'm a big fan of that. Give him the bonk. Give him the bonk. Take the orb. Bonk. We are just continuing to use skills in the gunk. It's fantastic. I've managed to buy another turn. Wonderful. My goal here, if possible, is going to be not to immediately win. I wish very much... Yeah, I wish very much to farm hits here. take hits by turns. Okay, there's so much gunk, it's kind of crazy. Is there anything I can click that doesn't immediately kill this guy? No. I guess I can... Wait a second, I can jump over here. Cool, and then I can hit him. And I think that'll have to be the finish here. Fine. Beautiful, in fact. About as good as I could have ever hoped it to be. We at least got 4 poison damage there. It's something. On hitting enemies, restore 1 hit point for each enemy hit. That's going to be great because that's going to multi-scale Mobius Vine. So we're going to grab that. This also saves the 2 glyphs for the Unbound shop, which is good. Whoa! Whoa there, champ, on this Contrition of Illyria morning. Yikes, that's strong. Wow, that's so strong. Let's see, Haunted. Haunted is pretty awesome here, don't get me wrong. Take this Haunted, get a lot of movement. I could sack that, keep Bottled Whirlwind. The only question is, where in the world do I put Contrition of Illyria on my page? I have no idea. All of this is super important. All of these poison abilities are mission critical for me. Alright, let's go fight the final boss at least. What are we doing? I can buy 1 purple here. Without a reroll. This is not it, in my opinion. No, this is it. I'm going to save my money for the shop post runestone, right? The goal is that I want to use that to purchase and upgrade stuff. So, what is the sacrifice? I think it is shiny shoes. That's really good. But what do you give up for... What the heck do I give up for Contrition of Illyria? This is so strong, it's kind of wild. Now, alternatively, I could just sacrifice the Unstav. Am I durable enough? Do I care? I mean, with full Haunted, I actually think... Or not full, but 4 Haunted, I think... Bottled Whirlwind reduces damage by a lot. That's really good. Let's do this first. Sacrifice the shoes. I know what you're thinking. Why not keep the shoes and get rid of the Whirlwind? The answer is because combats last beyond turn 3. So, and because they last beyond turn 3, I sure would like to live. So, plus I actually think getting the 15 movement here will be helpful. So, that's good. Pick back up the Bottled Whirlwind. Great. Now we have Haunted online. Cool. Good. Great. I think we just grind up Unstav here and... Or if I'm going to grind something, isn't it just Bastion? This gives me 2 shielding plus 10 more damage resist, I think. Although I wouldn't mind... This is literally free Omni damage, which is pretty cool. Literally free Omni damage. It's a real bummer giving up Contrition. This is an obnoxious amount of survivability. So, that's pretty cool. But I think it is Unstav here, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, we'll grind up Unstav to finish out. That gives me some shadow, but more importantly puts me further up on Warden, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, it's nice having that 4 Warden. We have really good durability, actually. All my grinds, I'm saving these resources. Alright, we should absolutely sandblast your boy, Shadow of Runestone. This guy does not stand much of a chance. As usual, stand near the top here. Very cool. Finish that combat. Alright. Oh look, he spawns a little lad. Neat. That's actually kind of annoying that he spawned him. But we're going to kill him all the same. Cool, 14. Mobius Vine doing some heavy lifting all of a sudden. Great, we're gonna jump here. Fantastic. It's a ton of damage. I can actually stand in this goop and scale on him, which is, you know, kind of funny, I suppose. Get me in the goop. There, I'm in the goop. I'm just gonna leave that orb, I guess. Honestly, seems good to me. I'm taking zeros here, so I don't really care what he does. And he's almost dying through his goop, so kind of whatever. I just simply jump And we hit all of these 4 guys. Yes. Big damage numbers. And then I do it again? Man, I just bonk them, right? There's really no reason to do anything too fancy here. We are 100% phasing here. I'm going to leave this last... Oh, I don't have a target. I was over here like, oh yeah, I'm going to leave that last guy alive and then jump and grab this orb. It doesn't matter. I guess I'm going to jump anyway and grab the orb. Sure. I'll take the orb that's going away and leave the other orb for the next turn. Sure, cool. Yeah, alright, run into me, man. I don't care. I'm just charging my marker of the Unbound over here. I'm not actually concerned with you at all. So, neat. Great, he hit me. Not upset about that one bit. Alright, we do need to absolutely murder this guy over here. We're just going to go ahead and do that. Give him the bonk real quick. Incredible work. I am going to jump here because I would like very much to... I'm going to leave this spot. Yeah, we're going to walk into the goop. I'm going to shield up here. I'm taking 0 for sure. I'm going to jump, and we're going to... I'm going to jump and start working on the boss here. Let's see. I'm taking 0s no matter what. Cool. So even though it's going to be fairly inefficient from a cooldown perspective, I'm abandoning these orbs otherwise. So grab them. Let's jump. We're going in. We're going in hot is what I'm telling you right now. We're going to just whirlwind here. Absolutely. I'm at full health, so I'm not even gaining any value from this. I'm going to move behind the boss so that I can continue to scale here because it's funny to do it. I still have 2 more turns, so why not? Just hit him a whole bunch. That's Omni Power. And he's actually phasing. Incredible work. Amazing. Okay, I do desperately need to kill the Rooting Blotter. Fantastic. He's dead. I'm taking 7-0 right now. If I jump in, I can reduce this by a lot. Let's jump first, take this orb, shield up, and we go down to 0 here. Good. Good. That's great. So now I can just walk up to him and start hitting him, pretty much. Cool. It's really that simple. Let's just keep hitting him. And I can even continue farming right now because I have one final turn of value here. So let's start with the huge bleeds that I want to apply. We're going to jump on him. Great. We're going to apply a bunch of stuff to him. Cool. That's more Omni Power. I'm still taking 0s. Let's walk out of it, I guess. There's no reason to end your turn in it. That is my last turn. Cool. Alright, bud. Great work. Already walking into this combat, taking 0. Let's just finish out these guys. Great. I'm going to go ahead and jump. Cool. We take that orb. Don't be in the goop. We are done with the goop. Alright, cool. We win. Just press end turn, because I guess none of these other decisions matter. Cool. Great work. There he goes. Wonderful news. Alright, we managed to pull that off. Vengeful Infusion is an improvement over Barrier Potion. We'll take it. I have no real payouts for using these. I appreciate getting the free potions throughout this run, though. It's actually been pretty decent. It's one of the reasons I don't mind the two-shot of Alchemist, right? Because it provides value throughout the whole run, even if you don't end up on the Chalice line. It's just very efficient from that respect. Now here, we're going to go ahead and buy this rare augment. We restore all the health that we already have. We get a rare augment. None of these are great. I guess I'm going to take 8 stacks of spiked. Sure, why not? Seems okay to me. I don't hate Mega Smash, actually. Make this thing actually do a respectable amount of damage. Yeah, sure. 1200 damage. Why not? Fair. Now I'm going to... Yeah, here we go. We grind up Melting Spout, I think. Do I keep Melting Spout? I don't think there's ever a world I keep it, right? I think we grind it up. It's not particularly efficient, in my opinion. Ooh, look at that. 32 burn damage. That's pretty hyper efficient. I still never found Thaumaturge, though, which is kind of funny. It's never Blessed Brickstones. I cannot re-roll this. Alright, I guess I just take Melting Spout. It's fine. We're going to do that, and I'm going to grind up the Melting Spout, because it is the least effective part of my kit right now. Yep, sure. I mean, I won't say no, because it is an additional, what, 40 Omni power? That's a lot. It's a good chunk. We have 234 we're walking in with, so that's pretty efficient. We definitely win this combat. I have little fear of this man. How's it going, bud? Let's show you what it's time to do. I have mobility, so I'm not afraid of him overall. We should crush. I can hit all three. Fantastic. I will do so. Whirlwind. Getting bleed on him means that his hemorrhage procs are big damage numbers. It's very good. I'm going to go ahead and hit him. Take the orb. And then walk away, I think. And then we're just going to load him up. We don't have to play games right now. I can just straight up do a billion damage to him. And it is fine. Cool. Yeah, he's taking a chunk. That's a really good turn one. 40k right there. I do get the jump here. I will make it. If I could be more efficient, I would. But we do at least kill this guy, which is fantastic. I can now trigger a lot of effects that are very efficient. Yes. Great. I may as well whirlwind blow him again. There's no reason not to. It applies more bleeds, right? And the more bleeds we apply, the better off we are. These hemorrhages start doing some real serious business damage. Cool. I'm going to take the orb, I guess, and just hit him again. Great. And then we walk away. A really good turn, too, as it turns out. Where are you at, bud? Alright, I'm going to take... How much damage am I taking here? A non-zero amount of damage. Let's just use the shield, which I think should, yeah, gets me up to maximum on Mobius Vine, finally. I'm going to walk up to the orb. I'm going to grab the heal here. I'm going to jump attack the boss, I think. Because I can stand in this and I do not care. But I do want to hit him. I think that's very important. I think if I get the heat active as well, right? If I hit him twice, then I can phase. And, oh, I'm already phasing, but at this point I'm just farming procs of Marker of the Unbound, which is why not? It's free damage. And then center up, because his turn will take him to center. Cool. It is kind of annoying getting the poison or the lava in the middle, but it's fine. Alright, we're going to whirlwind here. Do a bunch of damage, kill a bunch of guys. It's fine. It's great. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to take that orb. Excellent. My goal here right now is to do a lot of damage to him. And to keep those ink shield stacks off. I'm actually going to bonk him with the big bonk. It's a pretty good use of heat there. Hit him with this. Great work. Load him up. Cool. Now, unfortunately, I will run out of Marker of the Unbound turns just as he goes to create the gunk turn. But it's okay because I did keep a Vengeful Infusion for just such a purpose. So it's fine. Like, this is potentially a lot of damage here, but it's fine. I can go ahead and shield wall here. And actually, wow, I reduced that to basically nothing. Fantastic. Anyway, we're going to jump on him, and I'm going to... I don't want to use my vulnerable on this turn. I think I'm just going to jump on him here. Sure. This damage is essentially all from the gunk, right? This is the turn where I'm going to go hard. We go in on everything pretty much. It's disintegration oil time. And it is absolute Shadow Realm of the boss time. Jump across. Take the orb. This guy is done skis. Oof. Ooh, buddy. Too many stacks of hemorrhage on you to survive. I'm doing 4,700 bonus damage per attack. We win, for sure. I mean, that is a foregone conclusion at that point. But as you can see, I have gotten much better at the video game than when I first started recording 1.0 stuff. So, it feels good. It's nice and satisfying. I will say, straight away, this is the first time I've ever had a Poisonblood Magma Miner run. I did not expect the game to just show me Satchel plus... What was the other one? It was Satchel plus the Tarnished Ring. Yeah. Getting both of those out of the gate teched me into Poisonblood, which showed me Poisoned Heart, which was... This was the point where I knew. I was like, oh yeah. And then it also showed me Rotting Calzone from the Venomous Tilt. So I was just thinking, okay, well, that's what we're doing then. Rotting Calzone is incredible. This is so awesome that it's kind of shocking how good it is, I think. I could honestly see them nerfing this to once per turn, right? I think it's very possible that with certain builds like Moss Cloak, you can use this to daze everything. It's so hyper efficient. There are rare relics that wish they were as efficient as Rotting Calzone is. So that's also something to consider. This could get nerfed, maybe. Maybe it will eventually. Poisoned Heart, fantastic. Poisonblood, just generally fantastic. Incredible. Yeah, Hemorrhage was also dealing 50% poison damage, which was adding up. And once we finally got our stupid Mobius Vine up to full stacks, it was, now we're cooking, right? Between the heals on Serrated Sweep, which actually is what did a majority of it, to be honest with you, but a little bit of the Restorative Wall action, we were able to proc that up a lot. So that's good. Ancient Wisdom, incredible. We ground up 2, what are they called? Heavenly Eclipses here, which are really cool. I actually love that relic or that vestige because of the very efficient grind, right? You get Ancient Wisdom, amazing. Who doesn't love more will? And then you get big damage numbers. We ended up maxing out Striker and Enchanted due to that, which is really cool. That's 50 magic and 50 physical. Basically 50 Omni damage for free. What else? What else is worth noting? Really crazy ending up on a venomous Magma Miner. The Poisonblood Miner. I have never seen that before. Really cool. Anyway, I don't have much else to add here. I think that's an awesome win, and hopefully you enjoyed. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.